ซัพพลีเมนต์อะไรอีก
ฟังมีซัพพลีเมนต์ของ Air Master ต้องเปลี่ยนปกติแล้วมูลในแพ็กเกจเราลดมาสัก20% 30% 20%
20
Air Master เขาเคลมว่าแพง
เป็นสร้างหอเป็นสังคูบอ
มี
ร์ด
แล้ว
บอร์ด
ใช่ก็ 20%ดูยังแพงก็เขาคอมเพลต
เอา
ว่า
ก็
แค่
13%
ใช่ก็เลยพี่ก็เลยบอกเขาว่าเราจะปรับเป็น13%เท่ากับในฟูลทาริฟตามนี้และดูว่าคอมเมนต์จะว่ายังไงต่อแล้วของเขาพวกการ่าดินเนอร์ปกติ 3%
แค่มี
การ่า
เรา
ที่
บวก
แค่
ไว้
มีที่เราฟูลบอร์ดในแพ็กเกจ
ขนาดบวกแพงขนาด
20%
ยังไม่พอแอปสอบอีกทำไม
ทำไมจะพูดอย่างนี้
รา
ล่ะ
คาผิดไง
มันจะพูดยังไงนะคะ
อ่ะ
โอเค ready วันนี้เดี๋ยวเราต้องทำ
So next we'll go to the meal. We'll go with the meal with the hotel first. There are two ways to handle that. So later on we have to decide which way you prefer. The first way is using the extra here. So I can see most of the meal that you have here is actually booking with the accommodation service. So what you can do it here, you can actually put it under the extra. So it is actually similar way like how we are doing for optional gala dinner and extra bed. Okay, it's charging per person if this is fixed for everyone, or this is per group if you want to have the flexibility. Okay, I will state the price first. And the lunch and dinner price here, the pricing here is per person. Okay, so what I need to do here, I need to go to the pricings that I have here. Okay, and then put the pricings for lunch, and this is 600. Chow is the same price.
50%.
And the dinner is 700. Okay, so this is simple because every time when you are in the booking, let's say I'm trying to make a booking and I'm doing a booking of 2 adult, 1 child, 21st November. So we have both, I will see the options of lunch and dinner. In this screen, I already can tell the system that I need the lunch and dinner. Okay, so if I save, if I'm checking on the cost screen there, then the room rates is as usual. The lunch, you will see I'm charging 2 person, 1 lunch, 600, and children, one lunch, 300. So let's say if they want to have the lunch every day, the next day, just change how many lunch that you need. And let's say they want to have the 2 nights of lunch, and just put the number. Similar with the dinner, so it will just charging based on the number of dinner that you're putting here, and system will calculating the total based on this number. Okay, so extra here is very convenient. When you book the accommodation service, you will have the options of setting the extra here, and straight away. And in terms of documentation, it can be sending also, no problem. This is first way. Okay, second way is we can actually create the lunch and dinner here separately as individual service line. Okay, there's a pros and cons here for both options. We will see. Okay, so second way here is you need to create the products as additional products. So how to do that? Just create a new product. Locations here is Krabi. Okay, service type here is no longer accommodation. This is meal. Okay, so supplier here is you are paying to this supplier, right? Okay. Okay, so description here I can say this is only lunch, but in fact you can actually mention lunch buffet or lunch set or lunch blah 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 blah, depends on what is the options that given by the supplier. Okay, so the code here I have to utilize all 6 characters. So in this case I can just say mention lunch. Okay, so this is not accommodation, this is not apartment, this is non-accommodation. Okay, anything that is not related to hotels is related to non-accommodation. So yeah, if I save, this is all the same. So this is for the classes here. You will see I do not have 4-star anymore because this is linked with the service type. If you remember that. Okay, so the class here you will see buffet, international, local, vegetarian. You can actually adding more selections here. If you go back to the code setup, under product service, this is the place where you have all of them. Okay, so you can actually adding more from the left to right. So in case if there's any selection is not on the left hand side, you can actually add in more under the class here. So I can actually say this is Chinese. The code CHI. And in the service type here, I will say mail here, I will just put in CHI to the right hand side. Okay, so I save. Okay, and then after you refresh your screen, you should see Chinese food selections. Okay, right hand side is the same. You will see per person per entry. Okay, by default policies, as long as this is non-accommodation, system will never read the room policy. Similar with the apartment. So if you try to override this one, you won't be able to change this one. Okay, because it is how system works on non-accommodation. Cancellation rules is the same, FOC is the same, patch break don't change anything at this moment. Okay, everything is the same. So if I go to a rate, if let's say I have only one rate for spend, I'll be putting November until 31st. Okay, so click OK. The step is the same. You need to assign the VAT. You need to set the weekday and weekend if there is any. So of course, if you have multiple seasons, you can also do that. And also, if it's not, then you can just keep it extended. Okay, so the rates here you'll see something different. Is no longer by room type. It's no longer by patch break because you have only one pricing for adult, child, and infant. So what you can do here, I'm doing for lunch. So this is. You notice that this is quite convenient because I have only insert one price, one date range for one meal plan. So in terms of booking, I will show you both. This is the one that I have done. Okay, just now the one that I've done, I only insert one service. I insert all of them as lunch and dinner. Okay, but if you are using second method, you have to insert the normal accommodation service without the lunch and dinner here. You won't insert extra here. You will have only accommodation service. In case if you have lunch, dinner requires half board, full board, just insert meal. You know that you are in Phuket. I need to have 2 adults, 1 child here. You will have 1 selection for lunch. If you book, save. Okay, this is how you insert into booking in the second method. So if I click on the lunch here, in the cost screen here, you'll see this is 2 person, 1 child. The charging method is actually the same. It's just charging whatever adults and children you have in this entire service. Okay, so the advantage and disadvantage. If you are putting in as extra, it's very convenient because when you book, you will be able to insert lunch and dinner. Okay, but the disadvantage is, let's say in the itinerary screen here, I'm using extra. In this screen, I basically do not know I have lunch or dinner. But of course, documentation to supplier, to agent, it will be stated whether you have lunch or dinner. But in this screen, you won't see.
But I have to put the price all the time for the day.
Yes. Imagine that you have many seasons. Yeah. Of course, you can do it very beginning first. You can do a one set first by setting the lunch and dinner and splitting. But if there is any case where changes on the lunch and dinner, you need to go back to each of the day range to change it, which is a bit of time consuming.
I'm thinking that for the first method, for the compulsory event,
The compulsory you have to use the extra because it goes with one set. It's one set.
As I told you, I think it's not enough for 5 alone.
There will be enough because you don't need to mention compulsory dinner, blah blah blah. You only need to have say compulsory dinner and what event is that you can put under rate voucher tax. So you need only one gala dinner.
But if it is different price,
different price is fine because you have different day range. You have the 1st December, you have 24 December.
ก็ต้องไปใส่ทีละ
but you call it gala
We
dinner.
have to split the period.
Yes,
ใช่
have to
ใส่ตาม
split
เดือน
it.
ใช่สงกรานต์ก็สงกรานต์
เดี๋ยวใส่ตรงนั้นเนี่ย
ก็เสร็จเป็นกาลาดินเนอร์อยู่เฉยๆแล้วก็ค่อยไปใส่วันที่
ก็ไปเปลี่ยน
ใส่ใน voucher
แค่อันเดียวว่ากาลาดินเนอร์เฉยๆเขาเซอรี่
Okay, so gala dinner, no question, you have to do it under compulsory extra. Okay, but toast optional meal. Okay, if let's say you insert as a separate line, the advantage here is you can see it here. Documentation, no problem. And in terms of maintenance, it's easier. And in terms of flexibility, it's easier also because you can also tell who is the one that is going. Okay. In extra day, yes, you can define. Let's say you are defining this one as per group basis. Yes, you can mention how many lunch is needed. You never know who is going. But if you are separate as a separate service line, you are actually assigned the packs that is going for lunch. So you basically know who is going. Okay, because later on you have to edit this packs name to be the actual packs name. So you know who is going for the packs, and if the restaurant need to know the names, you can actually print out the name for them. Okay, so in terms of display, no issue. In terms of flexibility, no issue. But just a matter of you need to insert, you need to create another products for that. And in the itinerary here in the booking, you might need to add another additional service into your itinerary screen here. But if you're doing extra, you do not need to enter two services. So what do you think?
I think first main part is whether
We are not talking about compulsory. We are talking
the
about
second main part.
we are talking about optional. Optional means
ร้านที่เขาสร้างร้านที่สองในกรณีที่ไม่กินร้านในโรงแรม
คือทุกอันน่ะมันคือออปชั่นอลหมดแหละแต่ว่ามี2วิธีที่แรกคือแกใส่เข้าไปในค่าห้องเลยแล้วแกไปเลือกออปชั่นอลเอาความดีคือแกจะเห็นหมดใน1อันนั่นแหละแล้วก็แกไม่ต้องแบบอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแล้วใส่ทีเดียวแต่ว่าถ้าเรทเปลี่ยนนั่นหมายความว่าสมมติว่า during the year มันบอกว่าเฮ้ยเรทเดิมไม่เอาแล้วเอาเรทใหม่พี่โกต้องเข้าไปทุกไลน์ทุกเดทเรนจ์เพื่อจะเปลี่ยนราคาค่าลันช์กับดินเนอร์
ใช่
แต่ถ้าเลือกอันที่สองนั่นหมายความว่าพี่โกก็เปลี่ยนแค่ทางเรียนเขาบอกว่าเปลี่ยนพี่โกก็เปลี่ยนแค่ที่นี่ที่เดียวจบ
อย่างกรณีเรือเมริเดียนอะราคาตอนแรกมาเท่านี้แล้วมันเปลี่ยนเปลี่ยน
คือความยากของแบบแรกมันก็ดี แต่ความยากคือถ้ามันเปลี่ยนราคาของ lunch dinner later อย่างเงี้ยพี่โกเธอก็ต้องไปทุกไลน์ในทุกรูมไทยที่มันมี
ใช่
เธอเข้าใจไหมเธอมี10รูมไทย1รูมไทยมี10ไลน์เธอก็ต้องไปคูณเยอะ
ก็จะความยาก
เข้าใจความยากป่ะคือมัน
เกิดตามเข้าไป
แต่ว่าแต่อันที่สองถามว่ามันอาจจะไม่ดีตรงที่ว่า
ตอนตอนแรก
ตอนคีเอทครั้งแรกมันแค่คีเอทครั้งเดียวแล้วคือจบพี่โต
เอาอันที่สองดีกว่า
นะ
สำหรับ lunch กับ dinner
อย่างเงี้ยเขาบอกว่ามันก็ต้องเป็น
ถ้าบอร์ดฟูลบอร์ดอย่างเงี้ย
จะเราพาบอกว่า
same thing right ถ้าบอร์ดฟูลบอร์ด we just change the name
yeah.
because the people price is the same price for whole year.
we do design later กันเนาะ
You can actually decide now because
เอาเหรอ we have to design now
you can decide now so that I can actually assist,
Recommend.
recommend something.
โอเค
ถ้าเราเอา
if in your opinion
In my opinion, I would prefer option 2
me too okay option two
because the option 2 actually having more flexibility
and everyone can see what
and you don't need to consider about the number of extra that you have. Because extra you have 5 only. So imagine if there's any hotel that have lunch, dinner,
Yeah.
different pricing, you won't be able to fit all.
Yes.
So in terms of maintenance, the second method is better also. So you don't need to see a list of the products from different date range.
okay so option two
I'm not forcing you.
because option one we don't want because when hotel change the rate
Yeah,
this is our disaster
Yeah.
We will have 10 lines.
10 room type each
yeah,
line
go off.
that is the point
Okay,
okay
so option 2 is your choice.
จบได้ที่ตัว option 2
Okay, if you are checking, if you are looking at the actual restaurant, this is actually the hotels, the meal plan in the hotel, while the restaurant actually is the same. Okay, so the first thing first, you need to make sure that you have the supplier. So in this example, Blue Elephant is your supplier. They have Bangkok and Phuket. Which one is Bangkok? Which one is Phuket?
The same price.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I need to
มัน
do?
มีหลายสาขา
Bunches.
So what I need to do? First, you need to have the supplier. So product supplier set up. So you have to create a new supplier called Blue Elephant. Blue Elephant only.
ช้างสี
Royal Thai Cuisine. Royal Thai Cuisine. Okay. So default currency
ไทยบาท
Thai baht. Okay. So I would say this is Blue Elephant Royal. When you are booking Bangkok, Blue Elephant, you're paying to Bangkok.
yeah
When you're booking Blue Elephant in Phuket, you're paying to Phuket or to Bangkok.
แบงคอกเวลามาจ่ายตังค์จ่ายไหนอะ
On the Bangkok.
แบงคอกแล้วถ้าทำภูเก็ตจ่ายที่ไหน
ที่สาขา
You're paying in month end, right? Not paying on the spot.
ไม่รู้ไม่ได้จ่ายตังค์ไง
Not sure, we just
ไอ้อาซูมแบงคอก
because we
Assume it's Bangkok. Okay. Assume it's Bangkok, but let's say you're paying differently. Phuket, you're paying to Phuket. Bangkok, you're paying to Bangkok. You need to have two suppliers. But let's say if you are only paying to one supplier,
ที่
that is
แบรนด์
Bangkok.
วันเดอร์โฟต้องแยก2 อันแต่ว่าจ่าย
จ่ายที่เดียว
mailing to
Billing.
ไม่รู้
Because this is supplier profile. It will be impact your billing. So as long as you're billing differently, you need to have different supplier.
if they billing the same
Then only need one supplier.
ก็วันสำหรับแอมคือถ้าเกิดจ่าย
And then product, we will have Bangkok products, we will have Phuket products. I will show you how.
did you press the Bangkok? Okay.
Yes. Not stop yet. Okay, so I'll create a new one. So address here will be the same. You have to fill up the address for the supplier. Analysis, you need to tell this is in Thailand, this is in Bangkok. Supplier type is restaurant. Okay, accounting type, prepayment, credit, any idea?
payment
Prepayment.
เครดิตเครดิต
ไม่ใช่พี่เป็นไม่เหมือนกัน
Okay, currency is Thai baht. Okay, other informations here are the notes, communications, and contacts you can actually fill out. Okay, I can do it. I'll go back to the product setup here. Okay, it's the same way for all of the new supplier. You need to choose. Okay, you need to fill up the H policy only because this is non-accommodation. I never need to have room policy. Just leave it. Okay, so H policy, do you have any question? Do you have any idea?
วัน
2, 1, 2, 2,
2
12, 13, which is the max. Okay, cancellation rules, if you have the cancellation rules, you can fill out the same. Okay, the method is doing the same. Amenities, you don't need to have for hotel, I mean the restaurant, but you want to have the facilities here, also know how.
Activity, right? Yes, wrong.
Amenities is facility, let's say they have Wi-Fi, yeah,
รำ
yeah,
การแสดงอะไร
yeah.
อ๋อ
Then you can actually fill out this air conditioning.
ไทยคัส
what kind of food
What kind of food going there soon? Okay.
soon
Going there soon. Okay. Supplier FYI, supplier notes,
เมนชั่นตรงนี้
the location is the same. Okay. So I will insert new one. So I will have a Bangkok service first. Meal, supplier Blue Elephant. Okay. What kind of food you have? The
like a
book.
Thai set
ไทยเซตดินเนอร์ไทย
ไท
เซ
ย
ต
เซ็ต
เม
ร้าน
นู
ชอบอะไรไหม
ไทยเซ็ตร้านค่ะ
You have Siamese menu,
yes
Krabi Tart menu, Saton menu, blah 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 menu, blah 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 menu. Okay, you are using all of them, right? Or only some of them.
ดีบุใช่ป่ะบอกเซมิ
So Siamese,
เขาเรียก
Siamese only.
Yeah.
Other you don't use it.
โนขายเมนูเดียวไม่ใช่หรอไม่รู้อ่ะใช่บูจำได้เซมิ
ที่เราวาง
แปลว่าใช่
ใช่
ฉันไม่ได้สร้างไม่เปิด
how
เขาไม่รู้
So she said,
lunch or dinner
ร้านแอนดินเนอร์เซ็นไพร
dinner
เซ็นไซส์
okay so how you can do that you can mention this is dinner you can mention this is siamesemen okay coding wise you can say DINSI okay just in case you have dinner siamese menu you have prapihak prihak
เหมือนใส่ถุงเท้า
pithak menu saton menu blah 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 you can
I
create
have,
all
I
of
have
them
a question about the code. Is
there's a
good
method
for the hotel also, right?
sorry
I mean,
they are not
code,
sharing they are not sharing
Not sharing.
the system is validating based on the combinations here. So as long as any of them is different, it's okay. So even I use DRX and DF here, doesn't matter because supplier is different, service type is different,
มี
Okay.
ถ้ามันมีอันไหนที่ต่างกัน
so they are
เป็นซอส
Okay.
okay, this is not accommodation. Okay, so there is a minimum tax here, you can also mention here, just in case you want to remind the reservation. Okay, this is for internet. So I save. So locality, you will have to tell where is it.
แบงของ
I know where is it. Inside the
ซอรส
Saton.
Saton.
โลคอลเต้ I know you know
I don't know ตรงนี้ก็ของ
Okay,
เอที่ต้องไปสร้างคาสเนเจอร์แล้วต้องไปสร้างคาสไทยแอนแดนอะไรอย่างนี้
Okay, per person per entry,
เออ
so you don't charge driver
ก็
and
บอกเลย
guide.
ว่าฉันจำฉันลืมของที่เมื่อวานสอน
Okay, policies, cancellation rules, this is
อัน
all
นี้ไม่
the
ต้องใส่
same.
เลย โอ้ยสบาย
ไอโยกูก็รู้ว่าแบงค์ข้อแต่
right
Okay,
อย่า
contract.
แกล้งดิ
ไอ้นี่บ้างนะ
Back in Korea.
เจอสรุปหนูไม่โหลดแล้วนะโรงแรมอ่ะ หนูจะโหลดแค่ลิสต์ลองของหนูอย่างเดียวไม่
นั่นมันง่ายอยู่วะ
สบายชิบหายเลย
โรงแรม
ไอ้ไรอิดอ่ะโอ้ยโอ้ยไม่จ็อบ
อย่า
อะไร
คัดเกจไม่รู้
โอ้ยเหนื่อย
เกจ
Okay, so as usual, I have to assign tax.
ไกด์
อืม
I have to tell the pricing. Which one is your pricing?
About the tax. About the tax. If we have the booking, can we back to change?
You can back
โอ้
to
ย
change.
เจอเราแม่งอยู่ตรงไหนวะ คือมันแบ่งเป็นเลนส์อะแบบ10%ถ้าแขก อ๋อ เนี่ยแหละ แค่เนี้ยพอ
Yeah, actually you will know that.
แกมีอยู่แค่2 คน
เออถูก
แค่2 คน
นี่นี่
แต่ดีขึ้นไปประชุมได้ไหมแต่ดีขึ้นไปแบบชิล
Okay, ciao. Same price.
โอเคไหม
same price อ๋อ discount
50%.
Yeah.
50%
Yeah.
is 765. I'm not sure. I just guessed. 1378.
หาร2 6x9
ไกด์ไม่มีสำคัญ
เขาไม่เอาเวิร์กช็อป
6
เอาไปลองไม่เป็นถือว่าใช้แบบอย่างอื่นแบบ
อะไรที่
Okay, this is how you complete.
เขาเป็นคน
For one.
ไม่เป็นคน
How to survive in the meeting room.
So in this example, I have a minimum packs. Okay.
อ่า
So there is also the way that I'm inserting now is actually I'm not having any minimum packs. There is actually a way to control that. So command is one way so that you can remind the reservations. Another way here I can actually under pack spread here you will see some things different if comparing to accommodation. There is a pack spread here. Okay, by default 1 to 999 means you have only one price for everyone. But in fact, I can actually put this one 1 to 1,
อ่า
2 to
อันนี้
999.
คือแบ่งเป็นเล
So in that case,
10แพ็คราคาเท่าไหร่ ราคาต่างกัน
so in that case, I would not
Oh,
have any
okay.
pricing for one.
กับโจทย์ลิงเลยอ่ะ
I wouldn't
Mà
have
càng
pricing
nhiều
for
thì
one.
คือ
I wouldn't have pricing for.
ที่สร้างตรงไหนว่าลืม
So you will have pricing. You won't have pricing for adult for one. You will have pricing for 2 onwards. No pricing for a child for one. 2 to 999 is everything.
so they still can make the booking for one but no rate
But no rate.
อืม
Yes.
หรือเป็นเนี่ยแหละต้องตาม
Okay.
โซไปตรงไหนนะลืม
Continue.
Again.
แบ
Which one?
where you can
Pack
book
spread.
1 to 1
Pack spread. Pack spread. tax break.
อ๋อแพ็ค
โปร
เด
ดัก
ย์
ต์โปรดักต์ดีเทล
Remember when we do the apartment? This is the place where we check children and infant. But apartment you won't have this one.
ตอนเช็คนะ
But now, but now accommodation you will have the options here. By default it's 129,999. So you will be able to separate them as many as you want.
How to add more?
You can add more. The maximum is 9999. So as long as you put something here,
Press enter, right?
no, press
No.
number. Press
ถ้าเกิด
number.
จะตั้งไว้ว่า
Press
999
number. So I put it 5
ใส่
here.
number ใหม่
You give me another one. So I override the last one. I override any number. You give me
อ๋อ
another.
กด number
ถ้า
ไป
เกิด999เป็นแค่7
And
มัน
if
ก็
you
จะไปต่อ
want,
7ไม่ได้แล้ว
if you want to reset, you just set any of them into 19999.
มันจะตัดไป
To delete the first one, the last one.
And remove others.
โอ้
Okay, so you have done one for missing menu. So let's say if you want to do the same for Phuket, what you can do it here, you can copy the products here, changing the locations to Phuket. Okay, so this is the same code, doesn't matter because different locations. And SIA, DINSIA, dinner missing menu.
อ๋อ the same code but
Yes.
different
Different location.
location.
Yeah, so it will allow us to do that because different location. So I save. It will allow me to do that. I do not need to change
ออกมาก็จะ
anything
เจเนเรตโค้ด
because the pricing is the same.
เพราะว่าโค้ดที่มันติด SKT ไม่ใช่ BKT นะคะมันก็เลยไม่ซ้ำกัน
ใช่ Okay. So if there's any case, do you need to mention the menu to your client?
ค่ะ
Do you need to mention the menu to your client or no?
ต้อ
Not
งบอก
necessarily.
เลยนะ
No,
You,
that's
you have to do that. Yeah. Do you have the menu?
the
detail
of
of
The
No,
menu.
no need.
No need.
Just
Okay. So you only need to mention the name, right?
Just the name.
Just
Okay. So this will be good enough for you to show the name. Anything else you want to show?
They
for
have
the,
some function to put the
The menu
detail
block.
of
There is.
picture.
there is. So let's say you have a menu.
ที่โน้ต
Okay. Good.
โหลดพิกเจอร์โหลด PDF ได้เลย
น่าจะที่
ได้ไงที่โน้ตไงเจ๊ใส่เหตุให้รอดก่อนอย่างอื่นค่อยว่ากัน
แอดวานซ์นิดนึง
คือพออยู่ตัวเราค่อยไปฟังก์ชันแต่ปรากฏรูปนะ
เดี๋ยว
Okay. So let's say this is the menu.
สมัย
Okay.
ค่ะ
If you can copy and paste, there are few ways to do that. I'll show you. You can actually copy and paste if you want. Yeah, just do like this. Okay, you just do like this. Okay. And you do some changes in Notepad or Word file. Okay. Just make it as plain text. Plain text means that there's no format. You remove all of the maybe the Thai wording. You don't need just for example. Starter. Okay. Okay, you do some cosmetic change here. Okay. So what you can do here once you have those information in the content on the product notes. Remember we have the one notes called product description. You can actually put under product description. Just copy and paste. Okay. So, but of course, if you want to have, exactly the same thing, okay, you want to have the entire same thing, it can be done also. You can just get a screenshot. Okay, do some changes here as you want. You can actually crop the screen. Okay, crop it, save. Okay, and in the product notes here, instead of this one, you can just put upload.
ใช่
Okay, but I don't recommend this one because whenever you upload pictures, you are taking space. So
ป้ามันของโม
So if you want to have the formatting instead of plain text, I will suggest you to copy it, put it into Word file, and do some work and paste it.
If we have the PDF file, can we attach it?
You can attach it, but when you output to the documentation, it doesn't work. You can insert the link of your file, but when you upload the documentation, just
link to the restaurant.
yes, the link to a restaurant. Yes.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
But we cannot just attach the PDF file.
No,
Okay, depends whether you want to maintain that or not. Okay, any question on the restaurant? Any things that you want to show for the meal, but I doesn't show you?
เห็นไหมว่าใช่เวลาไปนอนอะไรบ้างที่ไม่อยู่
Going this.
ไม่ใช่หมายถึงว่าเวลาพิมพ์โน้ตเธออยากให้อะไรที่มันสีช่วยที่เราถาม
Voucher will be next
you mean print out in the
Voucher.
document
Yeah.
that you just ask if you want anything
Yes.
to be seen
Yeah.
in the document
Okay. Voucher.
ถ้าต้องการให้อะไรเห็นอยู่ในต้องใส่ต้องการอะไรเพิ่มเติมไหมเราถามฉันไม่ได้บอกว่าจะไปดูว่าพิมพ์ยังไงไม่รู้ว่า next
ต้องทำการคือแค่มีชื่อเป็นเด็กเมนู
ถ้าชื่อเม
เว
นู
ลามีเวลาปะ
เวลาแล้วอยากออเดอร์ทาน
We have order time.
What do you mean all the time?
So it means like normally our plan to eat at 1:30, then I will put like the meal time.
Like a start date
Start
in the
date.
two.
booking time
Booking time.
time
There's future. I will show you how to
go
do.
in
I will show you how to do. So in the booking here, I can just insert the meal of Bangkok. Okay, so if you find a product, you should have a list of the meal that you have is in December, is in 2020. Okay, so you will have a dinner. What set is that? And then you can actually see this is the minimum price, how many, and the pricings. Okay, so if you book, okay, confirm the dates, confirm the even though this is number of room, but later on the system doesn't charge the number of room, it charges by pax basis. So you will notice that I won't have outdate here anymore because this is not accommodation.
What about the pickup?
Going there.
I
Okay.
just see the bottom.
Yeah, going there. So cost screen here, you will see 2 adults, 1 child per person per entry. So I have 2 adults, 1 child, and coming with total. So if there is any case I have only 1 adult, okay, you will see this is 0 price. Okay, because there is based on the tax rate that we have done that we have done
มัน
here.
ก็จะไม่เห็น
มันก็จะเป็นเรทซีโร่มันเก็บเป็นซีโร่
Yes.
reservation can edit
They can edit.
โอเวอร์ไลน์
Override.
They can override. You see this one is here.
แต่อย่างน้อยให้เขารู้ว่าถ้า1 คนอ่ะมันต้องไปหาราคามาใส่
Okay, I'm changing this back to 2 adult, 1 child. So what I can do here, this is future, but let's say you want to mention the time of the dinner, or pickup drop, or transportation, or guide. This is the place where you can put the time. That's it. Okay, operationally, this is the place where you're putting all the pickup drop.
This window we will send to the operation team.
Yes, exactly.
Jack,
Okay.
in case of that restaurants require minimum 2 packs, is it possible to put like fixed 2 packs in case of clients traveling alone?
they still charge 2 packs they allow to book one
One,
they charge
but
2
charge 2 packs.
You can put like where
ก็ใส่
is
รา
it?
คา
อ๋อราคา
Here you put
Alright.
the pricing for tracing.
เออแค่
So
เนี้ย
let's say just multiply 2 is how much? 2, 5,
ถูกสิ
8, 6, maybe.
อืม
Yeah, you just put the
ก็
pricing
ใส่ราคา
for
คูณ
double.
2 เอง
ก็ใส่ราคา2 คนไง
If the price, the first charge you like this.
ใช่
If we want to go to one person, they will multiply us to
ไม่ได้ไงถ้า1 คนมันอยากใส่2ก็ใส่ราคา2 คนแต่เราคิดไม่ได้ไง
Okay, any question?
ราคา2 คน
โชว์โง่บอกก็โชว์โง่
Okay, if you no question, you try to take one
restaurant.
restaurant or hotel, up to you, try to insert it as a non-accommodation.